Today we're breaking down and deep cleaning the Levoit LVAC-300. Now when I'm referring to pieces, I'm referencing this diagram which is on page 6 of the manual. Let's start by removing the battery. We're bringing several pieces around water and you don't want to accidentally drop it in water or splash it. Separate the vacuum body from any sticks or accessories that you have connected. You can look inside the necks and see just how dirty it gets. This will just continue to get thicker and build on itself, worsening suction and performance, so it's important to do this deep clean regularly. Now this is your main vacuum head. It has lights and electronic components, so you absolutely don't want to submerge this or get it too wet. But to get the brush out, we'll push this button right here and lift up on the side, then simply pull it out. We'll wash this brush and wipe down the inside in a minute, but look at all the hair wrapped around there. That's just gross and you can't even see that from the window when the brush is in place. To remove the dustbin from the body, push this button and kind of pull it down and straight out. And you can see inside of that neck just how dirty it is as well. The body has the HEPA filter and we definitely want to clean this. So you'll pull straight down on this part here to reveal it. Mine looks pretty good, but these paper filters can get really dirty. I don't personally recommend getting them wet if you can avoid it, but typically you can give these a gentle rinse as well. But I'll say this multiple times, you have to let all of these filters and parts dry completely before putting them back together and using your vacuum. Otherwise the dust is just going to collect and accumulate on the wet spots, really getting caked on there and really reducing the performance. So instead of wetting this, I really just recommend taking an old toothbrush or pipe cleaner and getting in between there to get everything out. You can also use a small pick or hook if you have one. At some point though, these all need to be replaced every 6 to 12 months, depending on your level of use and the amount of kids or pets you have at home. Pull apart the felt filter and then the foam filter. You can wash both of these, but it's absolutely critical once again that these are 100% dry before reinstalling. That usually means at least 24 hours of sitting out. I also don't use soap here, but just rinse it thoroughly. Now let's disassemble the dustbin to get to the metal filter. You can remove this ring by removing the 3 screws here. And it's not hugely important comparatively, but it's just another area where dust can get caked in there. And I recommend setting them aside in a cup or a jar. We're going to wash these as well. Flip it over and remove 3 more small screws. Now this is removed by gently twisting it and pulling it out. The metal filter is delicate, so don't drop it or accidentally stab it with anything. There's a plastic washer right here that will wash, as well as this rubber grommet. Set the rubber O-ring or this grommet aside. Check out that hair wrapped around it. Now, if this continues to build up and we don't clean it, then again, this will continue to reduce performance and suction. So I'm going to fill a container with warm water and some dish soap, and you'll see afterwards just how dirty this water gets. We're going to wash the rubber grommets, the plastic ring, the metal filter, and the plastic dustbin, and that's just swishing it around in the water and then rinsing everything. Now again, I'm going to wash these screws because dust can actually accumulate where the screwdriver head is supposed to go. And when that happens, it's hard to get the screwdriver in there to get the screw out. Same with the roller brush. This can get a gentle rinse, but I wouldn't submerge it simply because it needs to dry completely before using it again. And it just doesn't seem to need it when you can clean it with a toothbrush and a damp paper towel. Now let's clean the vacuum head itself. It actually has lights on it and electronics, so I mentioned it earlier and I'll do so again, but you do not want to submerge this. The window here does not come off, so you'll need to spend some time with a brush and paper towels getting this dust buildup out. And frankly, for me, this takes the longest because of all the grooves and the hiding places for the dust. So I'm using a long brush to get everything out of the neck of the vacuum head, but if you don't have one of these, just poking a paper towel in there with something long can really help get that dust accumulation out. And I do that for both the vacuum head as well as the sticks and the body. I won't beat a dead horse, but you just want to use a damp paper towel to help get all of this dust out. And those are all of the pieces to clean. Now we're going to dry everything completely and let it sit out. Don't put it in the sun, as that has a tendency to dry out or crack rubber and plastic pieces, as I mentioned earlier. So just put them on a towel or a paper towel and let them sit overnight. You can take a cool hairdryer to them if you'd like to expedite it, but in order to make sure it's completely dry, I definitely recommend 24 hours to stand alone. The metal filter has 3 screws and 3 pieces that need putting back together. You'll first slide this rubber grommet over the filter. It sits in between these grooves here. And then the plastic O-ring also has these nice little grooves to sit into so that you'll know that you're doing it right. You'll tighten these flat head screws down. Don't mix these screws up. These are not the pan head screws. Pan head screws are the ones with a little bit more of a round head to them. But once you've put those back together and screwed them down, this is what it looks like. It should have a nice airtight seal without any dust and looking really nice and clean. Put the HEPA filter back the same way you took it out. Slide it right into place until you hear it click. There's not much force here, so if it doesn't sit in properly from the start, don't keep trying to force it. Now, I'm not sure what this brown ring is called, but this lip here needs to line up with the button. This is so it can clip onto the body of the vacuum. It's also where the pan head screws go. Screw it back down to the dustbin and don't screw it down too tightly. You really don't want to over tighten anything here, as most of these are plastic or rubber and you can either crack something or tear it. Put the foam filter in first, again making sure it's completely dry, followed by the felt filter. Now place the bin back onto the body. And you should be good to go. You're gonna need to do this every few months in order to keep the performance up, but as you can see here, it's only 6 screws and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Just don't do it right before you're gonna need the vacuum, because again, you wanna make sure everything is completely dry before putting it back together, because if it's wet, it will accumulate dust faster and it will lose suction power. So, hope this was helpful. Reach out anytime with questions or concerns. Have a great day.